good noon because it says it's 12. Now it's 12:01. Good 12:01. Good afternoon to all my friends and followers and family. I am bringing you this, even though it is not allowing uh, duets. I feel that you have to watch this. I feel that it is absolutely unreal, and it's about Project 25. And please watch it to the end, because at the end is when it really gets heated and the arguments really get loud. So here you go.
Good morning. Mr. Kerkorian, you're an advisory board member for Project 2025, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Kerkorian, in addition to being a Project 2025 board member, you also run the Center for Immigration Studies. You've done that for decades, where you spread and disseminated writings of people like Kevin McDonald, John Friend, and Jared Taylor, correct?
We used to have an email service that distributed links to
those
op-ed.
to their writings. That's right.
And the New York Times and all kinds of other.
Correct. And yes, I know that you're aware that you spread the writings of these three along with others, but these three are egregious examples. McDonald is the editor of a white nationalist journal. Your organization, as you said, disseminated his writings. He blamed Jewish people for the deaths of millions of people in the 20th century. John Friend, who you just said you disseminated his writings, is an infamous Holocaust denier. You spread his writings. Jared Taylor stated, quote, and I quote, this horrible quote, that when black people are left on their own, civilization disappears, end quote. That's what he said. A Project 2025.
We distributed only.
You only distributed. Correct. I understand. I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. Correct. You only disseminated writings from multiple white nationalists. Reclaiming my time. I'm going to ask you a question, sir. I'm going to ask you the next question.
About immigration.
Reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. I'd like that time back. So you, a Project 2025 board member, you're stating you did not disseminate, for example, Mr. Taylor, Mr. McDonald, or Mr. Friend's specific quotes here, but you continuously disseminated these white nationalists' writing. One time is a problem. When you do it over and over and over again, it's a pattern. But I'll stop asking about the things that you and your organization disseminated. I'll ask you, Mr. Kerkorian, and I know you're a Project 2025 board member. Your recent quote from a few years ago where you said, quote, Haiti is so screwed up because it wasn't colonized long enough, end quote. Is that correct? Did you say that?
I'm happy to talk about that all you want.
You did say it. That's right.
I wrote it, yes.
You said that. Haiti was colonized as a slave plantation colony. The French colonized Haiti so that slaves would work on plantations. The end of colonization in Haiti was so that the people there would no longer be slaves. So what you're saying, and I read your quote, and anybody watching this online should go read it. What you're saying is it would have been good if they'd stayed colonized, which means that it would have been good if they had stayed enslaved by the French.
In the long run, it's one of the
in the long run,
history. No,
people shouldn't have been enslaved a single day. I'm reclaiming my time, Chairman.
And they had every right. They had every right to throw the.
What
French
you said
out.
is that you would have wanted them. Reclaiming my time. I'm talking now.
They would have been freed 30 years later, and they would have been in the same situation.
You were saying you wanted 30 more years of slavery in Haiti. Reclaiming my time.
I did not.
You just said it. Honestly, it adds up. You said that they would have benefited from the French influence. The French were the ones.
Like the people in Martinique and
reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. I'd like my time back. Please.
Enslaved.
My time. This is my time, Mr. Kerkorian.
They are much better off.
Honestly, this all starts to add up. You continue to do this, disseminate writings of white nationalists, try to rationalize, for example, Haiti being colonized for 30 more years. You're a Project 2025 board member. In Project 2025, I couldn't figure out why on page 583, it advocates for not allowing racial disparity or gender disparity to be considered discrimination legally anymore. In Project 2025, it eliminates a 50-year-old executive order that prohibits discrimination in federal jobs. On page 586, Project 2025 advocates for Donald Trump to allow businesses to discriminate based on religious beliefs. Before today, I couldn't understand why Trump's Project 2025 could advocate for ending civil rights protections. Why would Trump's Project 2025, I know there's crazy stuff in here, but I couldn't get why it would advocate for ending protections against discrimination. But now I understand. We have Project 2025 board members here who are the directors of groups that the Southern Poverty Law Center has designated as a hate group. We have people that are on the board that developed this who have said, for example, that Haitians would have been better off with more influence from their enslavers.
This is JC. You just heard it. I recorded it for you. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Then again, it's not hard to believe. These old white men, and probably in their 60s, 70s, some in their 80s, want to preserve the white male mantra that this country has run on for many years, including all the way up to the 60s when we fought like hell to get rid of it. But obviously we did not succeed. It's up to you, the younger generations, the Gen Xers, the millennials, and everyone else, to get out there and vote blue, elect Harris Walz, and stop this nonsense, and put the people who are behind Project 2025 in prison, as they are traitors trying to ruin our democracy, trying to change it into a fascist regime, that one that discriminates against you based on your color, based on your faith, and based on many other things I probably can't think of. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, saying, I hope you watch this till the end, because you need to see what the reality is for Project 2025. When I want to say to my family, friends, and followers, I love you all. Fuck Trump. Fuck this asshole who was just on the board of Project 2025. And fuck Donald Trump. To the rest of the world, I say, pox and more, Jack. Keep on trucking.